Ms. Cirigliano?
Good evening. I'd like to begin by highlighting a few items on the agenda. To begin, you will see a number of curriculum revisions for your approval tonight. This will be the norm for the next year as we work to meet the deadline of the new standards that were put forward by the Department of Ed. I'd like to thank our supervisors, our curriculum writers for their dedication to making their curriculums robust and thorough within our new Atlas program. You will also see the approval of a variety of professional development contracts. Contracts for our literacy consultants, Apple Professional Development, and the Ann Rabinowitz Center for Training in Foundations, which is our phonics program. The approval of these contracts will be the first step in showing your continued support for professional learning with our staff. As the training commences, I will report out at the next board meeting. In addition, the approval for a number of grants for robotics. Mr. Jones has been very busy, as he usually is, in securing funding for his robust robotics program. Tonight, you are asked to approve the acceptance of several grants and also to approve Mr. Jones to apply for more grants to support robotics. A huge thank you goes out to our partners at Picatinny Arsenal, the Bayer Fund, the Department of Defense, and First Robotics for their continued support of Mr. Jones, Mr. Hill, Ms. Brooks, and our student competitors. It is with programs like robotics that our students can learn outside of the typical classroom environment and apply their knowledge of technology, math, critical thinking, and collaboration in an effort to achieve a common goal. This month began our endeavor into dual language. With that commencing, we also began hosting Dr. Willem and her team in classroom visits and observations. Dr. Willem visited every kindergarten classroom, ensuring fidelity to the target language of each classroom was the main goal for this month's visit. Other classroom practices that were observed showed an evidence of a transfer of theory into practice within these classrooms. Dr. Willem will be completing visits to our kindergarten classrooms every month, and we look forward to seeing her again in October. In addition to Dr. Willem, we also have begun our work with our literacy consultants. Melanie Brown visited the district on September 3rd for a training session on Fontes and Pinnell reading assessments. Ms. Brown worked with 12 teachers from our BSI and special education staff who will use this data point to identify students in need of additional support and services. Teachers were trained in the coding and scoring of the assessments. Ms. Brown and her partner Kimberly Fox will return to the district soon to begin our work with our elementary staff regarding writing workshop. Training for these areas will occur throughout the year. Lastly, I want to take a minute to thank our administrators and our staff for their continued dedication and persistence in our opening days. COVID has impacted some areas for us, namely technology, some curriculum materials, with delays in the supply chain, thus resulting in delays for those materials to arrive in the teachers' rooms. I want to acknowledge the efforts of staff, both administrative and teaching and support staff, in working together through these issues. I appreciate your continued dedication to our students, and that concludes my report.
Thank you, Ms. Cirigliano.